I feel like sometimes the compliments you get on your mustache or your hair are just backhanded, just for someone to say they don't like it, but they say they do like it as a way to say they don't like it. I guess is a way of them saying they notice it and they don't really think it's that great. I don't think it's that great either. Just something different I chose to do in the summer. And again, you don't have to look at it because you're not looking at yourself all the time. Definitely fun to like play with and new, but it's definitely bushy, and I don't think I'm gonna be the type that manicures their mustache or anything. I'm just letting it grow wild. I think this is maybe like a month of just not shaving it. Shave everything else around it a couple times, but yeah. I've been getting more than a few like, hey, nice mustache comments, or I'm digging the mustache, one of my guys said last night. I don't know how, but yeah, just went to go open up the gym the other night and felt a little awkward. We haven't been going for like a week or so. It's been a week off. Yeah, I don't know. I worked a lot yesterday, and then I ran again this morning and kind of struggled a little bit and been pushing pretty hard. I got like 7 more miles to hit 200 for the month, and that's cool. I've been working really hard for that. Enjoying my break from volleyball and looking forward to it, but also just feeling just, yeah, I don't know, like an imposter or whatever. Just I'm too worried about like this success defining my worth, if that makes any sense. But also, I haven't drank in the last 2 weeks. I think I figured out tomorrow will be 14 days, and it's also kind of depressing to think about how much I had, how much drinking I've done since I was, 17, 18 or so. But I guess, just like anything else, you could think about how many burgers you've eaten in your lifetime. That could be, I guess, depressing. But yeah, I don't know how to shake this like mentality of just being so like regretful for things in the past. And I know that I put them in perspective and think about that I can do nothing about them in the past, and that helps. But yeah, I don't know. Like today, I've just kind of felt a little bit down, and which is fine, because I think the last 2 weeks I've been feeling pretty good, feeling a lot more like clear-headed and feeling like healthier also. But I think I'd be lying if I didn't think about every few hours or so. Or like I watched a movie that revolved around like winemaking, and that sounded really good. And then sounded like a nice thing to get a bottle of wine today and drink it after work, because somehow that's different than drinking a bunch of beers, but it's not. It's still alcohol. It's probably worse. Probably more sugar in that also. I think I'm just most just anxious about what to do with all this time, when I guess I'm not being high or drunk or I don't know. Like, I don't know, I white knuckled it through the first 16 years of my life, and never even thought about it. I smoked weed for the first time the summer before 11th grade, and then not again until probably like December or something. But I don't really remember specifically when I drank first. It might have been, I don't know, I was driving then, so it might have been sometime like on the weekend of like my 10th sophomore year, maybe. I don't know. I know I drank too much. I threw up a bunch, and I ate a bunch of pizza, and I puked up this perfect pyramid of vomit pizza, and I guess I just kind of like continued pretty casually and pretty consistently, pretty much after high school until now. I mean, this is not. I think I've taken a few month breaks here or there. One of my girlfriends in college convinced me that I had a drinking problem, and so I quit drinking for a month or two, I want to say, going into like the summer or something. But I was still smoking weed then, so I think I just traded one for another, and pretty steadily through college though, and pretty consistently just, I don't know, the last, since the pandemic. I know a lot of people started drinking a lot, but and there was times where I was only doing the weekends, and I was pretty good like Monday through Thursday, maybe Sunday through Thursday, but I had a couple times in my life where I had some really good friends, and we would go and enjoy libations at restaurants and bars, and those were pretty good times. It would be nice if, have those times without, especially like on your pocketbook. That would help. But I don't know. It's kind of sad to self-reflect, and not that I didn't realize or recognize, or that I don't run the numbers like every week, but it's probably has a lot to do with my like insecurities, and why I probably use that to just keep myself distracted But yeah, I don't know. Today just kind of, maybe I was just tired, but just kind of felt a little low energy mentally also. And I kind of forced myself to stay at work a little bit more the last few days, just to like make hours. But I'm not really sure what I'm trying to say. I do know it's allowed. It makes the days feel a lot longer, and in a good way, that there's a lot more time for everything, including playing with my kids and exercising and working. I feel like, and it's just like my poor liver probably has not had a break for more than a few months at a time here or there, and be nice to do that and give my liver a little break and just have water and juice. And although I've been drinking more soda, soda sounds great right now. I don't know, I think I just have like flavor fatigue or whatever, or I just feel like I'm searching for something to replace that normalcy of getting home and cracking a beer and drinking anywhere from 1 to like, I don't know, 3 or 4. And I definitely figured out how to not throw up a ton, once I stopped drinking hard alcohol. And that was, not that was every single time, but I think I never was very disciplined with food and water and having it all, and then recovering on the back end. And but I was never one that got extremely hungover, like where you feel like your head is pounding, unless that's what a like normal like hangover is. But I've never felt the like splitting headache, or to the degree that it's played up in movies. And this could just be like another harsh reality, not harsh, but another thing in life that doesn't build up to what it's been, compared to what it's been built up in movies or books, the way they describe it. Or I just haven't jumped 8 feet in like true classic alcoholics. And yeah, it's just kind of been functioning all these years, and I don't really know what it's like done to my body, but I think I've always stayed reasonably like healthy, not with the stuff that I eat, but like being active, skateboarding and playing volleyball and running and playing frisbee golf and skating and snowboarding and, I don't know, swimming a little bit with my kids, and most of my exercises, running and playing with the kids, going to the pool, little bit of hiking, tiny bit of skateboarding. And it kind of sucks that life kind of melts down to like, I guess it's just work, having to make money, and you don't get as much time to be out and exercise, and you really have to prioritize it though. But I will say it's made I think sleeping and exercising a little bit more more, what am I trying to say? Like, I guess accessible, doable. I'm not sure. I think I just am a little. This is the most miles I've ran in a month this year, probably since like last November, I want to say. So I think maybe I'm just feeling a little fatigued that way, and I don't really have my little beer crutch, which I just have to keep telling myself, like, just, you can just not do it and it's fine. You can have water and eat, and I've been like pretty good on my fasting and eating between noon and 8, and yeah, I mean, this summer has flown by. I think just keeping myself busy was part of that. With the amount of running and I've been doing, say 95% of my running I've been doing like in the morning, like pretty early, as early as like 4:30 some days. Mostly a little after 5, and then Saturdays more like, I don't know, 6 or 6:30. And I try to do like a long run, but yeah, I could be tired. I could be just, I don't know. It takes a lot of energy having little kids, and I'm really trying not to complain, especially since I hear my kids do their fair share of complaining. Not that I didn't when I was younger, but yeah, I just can't stop my brain from comparing myself to others and feeling like I'm not, I guess, just where I stack up to them, like as a man, like masculinity wise, as a father, like, am I doing enough with them? Have I taught them all the stuff, sports wise, and riding their bike and reading and doing math, and like, I feel kind of like a failure that when I've come to the realization that my kids are not mega intelligent, but like, that's my that's my prerogative, and then worry if I've wasted so much time in their life and my life. And again, like I was talking earlier, it's like what's all this worry and obsession with regret when you could have a positive impact on that right now and try and change it right now and tomorrow and today. I think I'm just too selfish with my time, and I've been trying to get less, and it's probably because I'm just hesitant to jump all in on things, and I don't know what thing I could point to. Maybe skateboarding and maybe volleyball, but I think even volleyball, it's kind of seasonal for me, and kind of just a high school coach right now, and I haven't coached club since like the 2013 season, maybe 2012. Yeah, it's been a good 12 years, 13 years since I've coached club, and I think I talk all this great game about, repetition and getting after it, but sometimes I don't. And I like the idea of working 12 hours a day and not sleeping very much and just grinding the shit out of it, but also, like, I'm at an age where I really have noticed, like, if I don't sleep enough, I'm really pretty useless. And I'm not sure what I'm trying to say. I know that it would make me feel great if I could pay the entire mortgage. And for that, I'd have to work like quite a bit. And the prospect of that, I just find kind of bums me out. And then I'll just kind of convince myself like it'll all be okay, which it would, but once again, it doesn't make you feel like this great masculine man. And yeah, I think I just, need to do something about this self-esteem for myself, because it seems like if that was better, I could live out loud a little bit more confidently. And I also realize that everybody probably has these thoughts and these feelings often or every once in a while, but it's probably pretty normal. And the most confident dude that maybe lives out in the middle of nowhere and has built everything with his own hands is probably apprehensive about things also. But I work in a plumbing industry, but just on the peripheries of it. And I don't even know if people even think about that part. And I'm not sure what I've convinced myself that, being skinnier or looking better, that's gonna help me out or make me feel better. Maybe it will. I know that running every day makes me feel at least that I don't have to worry about my workout for the day, and it makes me feel like, yeah, I got up early and I accomplished something very early in the morning, and it's good for my heart, my body, and my blood pressure. And but yeah, just having to go home and I don't have any more sodas, and I'm not trying to drink, and I guess it's new for the last, 20, 22, 21, 20 years. I've kind of just relied on nice little buzz at some point most days of the year, and I'm really interested in seeing how this goes without it. It is hard though, because you're aware of your thoughts a lot more than usual. Not aware, but this I'm thinking about stuff a lot more, and I think thinking about stuff a lot more, and in a good way too. I feel like I've um, got a better like view of what I want my season to be like. A few more things I'd like to accomplish in the beginning that could hopefully foster some, better and different results down the line. Um, but I feel like I can organize my thoughts a little bit better too. And it's only been like 13 days. So I think the key thing is just to keep myself busy, and honestly, between just spending time with my family and then making our house clean and the outside clean and then trying to do fun stuff, and I mean, I guess I just said it right there. I think I've just chilled so much in my life that I almost feel guilty about doing it now on a daily basis. Like, did I do enough to earn it? Yeah, that's what I think.